Hey guys, it's Brenda from leansecrets.com. I just got done working out. I wanted to hurry up and make this Q&A for you before the sun goes down. First question is from Detria, and she wants to know essentially how to deal with a lack of energy. If you want to have more energy, you have to give your body energy. A lot of people work out, and that's giving energy. You're working out, giving out your energy, you're exercising. It's really important, as Paul Chek has said, to work in. So that's gonna be things like yoga, that's gonna be things like meditation, sleeping very well, Tai Chi, sitting in a sauna, any massage, anything that's gonna give you energy. If you feel so drained that you can't even fathom the idea of exercise, that means that you need to give your body energy. How can I make my torso look longer than it is? Trainers have told me that the right exercises can make your legs, torso, and arms look longer than they are. Is that true? The best way to make your arms and legs look really long is to go back 20 years, find two really tall, long people, and have them make you instead of the parents that made you. So I'm gonna use myself as an example. Here's my arm. I'm short, okay? I'm never gonna have arms like Candace Swanepoel because the length of my bicep muscle is way shorter than Candace Swanepoel's. Candace Swanepoel's arm is probably about, she's like 6 feet tall or something. So her bicep muscle is probably about 3 inches longer than mine. So her bicep muscle would go from here to here. That's gonna look way different than this, right? Instead of trying to fit yourself into a mold that isn't meant for you, like if you don't have long arms, you shouldn't concern yourself with having long arms. I don't have any control over how long my limbs are. So instead of trying to make my arms look like Candace Swanepoel, I just try to make my arms look as good as I can make them. The next question is an amalgam of, I'm gonna make an amalgam of all the questions that I've got pertaining to this issue, and that's depression. So a lot of people have emailed me or messaged me about essentially just saying, bleh, I'm depressed. I don't feel good, I'm depressed. And that's such a bummer, and I'm so sorry. Everybody's been depressed. I've been depressed before. Everybody's watching this who's a human being has probably been depressed. Instead of wrestling with your depression and fighting with it and hide from it and avoid it, I think it's really good to feel your depression and see your depression as almost like a teacher. Maybe you're depressed for various reasons. Maybe you're depressed because you need to be following your passion and you hate your job and it's time to maybe start doing what you really love. Maybe you're depressed because you need to move or let go of different relationships. Maybe you're depressed because you're not eating the right foods for your body and your neurotransmitters are not exactly on point. Maybe that's a lack of, tryptophan, a lack of sunshine, a lack of fresh air, a lack of interacting with other people. So it's really important to get really quiet sometimes and unplug and stop avoiding yourself and listen to what your depression is trying to tell you. This is turning into a little bit of a freaking Anthony Robbins video, but this is important. So even right now, if you quiet your mind and just close your eyes and just sit quietly for like 2 or 3 minutes, and ask your subconscious mind, what is my depression trying to tell me? And then sometimes you'll get an answer. Sometimes it'll be something very valuable. Sometimes it might just be like, I just feel like crap. And that's fine too. There's a natural biorhythm to life. We all have ups and downs. You can't be up all the time because if you were up all the time, there wouldn't be a such thing as up. So you have to have the down times too. And just remember, it'll get better. Also, get outside and go for a walk, get some fresh air, and get to bed by 10:30. Those 3 things right there will probably help you feel a whole lot better. That's gonna do it for today's Q&A. I promise we have some cooking videos coming for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.